We finally got our first teaser for the upcoming My Hero Academia 4th movie, giving even more details on exactly when this movie will be taking place within society's collapse after the Paranormal Liberation War, as well as what this could mean for the final war in Season 7. But of course, before we get into this breakdown, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, as well as turn on those notifications so that you don't miss any My Hero Academia Movie 4 news, updates, and just My Hero Academia videos in general. Now, with this teaser visual, it might be disappointing to some, but the movie will not be taking place within the Dark Deku arc like we've previously speculated in the last video covering the announcement for the 4th movie. If we take a look at Deku in the visual, he's clearly sporting a much cleaner suit with fixed up mid gauntlets. This new suit, known as Costume Zeta, actually makes its first appearance during the All Out War arc, meaning the movie will most likely be taking place days before the beginning of the final war against All For One, Shigaraki, and the League of Villains. And surprisingly, there is a time frame where the movie can fit just before the war, where Deku would already have this new hero suit. Without getting into spoilers, in chapter 342 of the manga, right before the final war against All For One and the League of Villains happens, it's stated that Shigaraki was going to make a big move in just 4 days. Then, at the end of the chapter, there is a time jump skipping the next 4 days to the beginning of the war where the big move happens. So it's looking like the movie could potentially be taking place within those 4 days, which would make sense for the movie to have Deku in this costume, and on top of that, Class 1A would be able to play a big part in this movie with it taking place within this time frame. Of course, the movie could take place slightly before this, which I'll get into later, but with this time jump, I'm pretty sure this is where the movie will be taking place. Now, what does this mean for the All Out War arc in Season 7? Well, with the movie most likely taking place days before the All Out War, it does make me question about the potential injuries Deku and the others will most likely be receiving by the end of the movie. As we know, in each My Hero Academia movie, everyone gets pretty beat up by the end of it, especially Deku, Todoroki, and Shoto, who usually end up with a good amount of broken bones. So just how badly will their injuries be by the end of the movie, where it would make sense for All For One to not start the war right then and there? Well, the only way I see their injuries being healed by the time the war begins, where it would make sense for the manga's events to continue as normal, is with the help of Recovery Girl and the injuries not being so crazy where Recovery Girl's healings can't fully heal the injury. On top of that, Deku's mid gauntlets would take all of the blowback from One For All that Deku can't handle, as he's still not capable of handling 100% just yet. So I doubt he would have any broken bones in his arms and legs by the time the movie ends. Plus, he's pretty OP at this point in the series, so I doubt Deku is going to get badly injured like in the other movies. Remember, this is all speculation, but this would make the most sense to me, at least, where the movie would easily be able to fit within that time frame for the anime and manga. Plus, the movie story is being supervised by Horikoshi himself, so regardless of how crazy things get within the movie, it should be able to fit within this time frame and flow in a way where things make sense. Now, besides the movie taking place within the 4 days mentioned in chapter 342, there is one other spot where the movie could take place, and it's literally right after Deku gets his mid gauntlets repaired in chapter 339, where right after his meeting with Hatsume, him, Class 1A, and Mount Lady end up forming a search squad to go out and help any civilians, and of course put away any villains in the now fallen hero society. Oddly enough, we don't get to see exactly what happens during their search effort, or any of their search efforts for that matter, so the movie could take place during one of these search efforts. Given the way society has been towards heroes in this time frame, it's looking like the what that Deku and his friends would be protecting for this movie, as mentioned in Horikoshi's statement for the announcement, could be the civilians as well as the hero's reputation. And the reason why I say the hero's reputation is what's going to be what is being protected in this movie is because in the teaser visual we do see All Might in what looks to be his Silver Age costume. And the reason why I believe All Might is in his Silver Age costume is because the yellow and gray looking cape clip bulging coming out of his shoulder resembles that of his Silver Age costume, where he has the same exact yellow and gray looking cape clip on his shoulder. So this Silver Age All Might in the teaser could be representing the reputation All Might and the other heroes that came before Deku have built up, that's being tested in the now collapsed society, which, as we've seen at the end of season 6, is exactly what's being tested when we see the lady who was saved by All Might during the second All Might versus All For One fight coming out and risking her safety to clean up the All Might statue. And no, I don't think All Might being in the teaser means that the movie will contain some sort of time travel or any out of place All Might from the past, because for a split second I did think that, though I can't lie and say that it doesn't sound cool, but for a totally different My Hero Academia project. Anyways, that's all I have regarding the first teaser visual for the fourth My Hero Academia movie. I hope I was able to clear some things up when it comes to when exactly the movie will actually be taking place, as well as give some better insight into what the teaser could be teasing. I can't wait to hear what you all are speculating on what the teaser could be telling us in the comment section down below. Thanks for tuning into this My Hero Academia video. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it and to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.